I liked everything but the ending. Hey guys, welcome back to the Everything Anime Podcast. I'm your host Shinry. Here at the Everything Anime Podcast, talk about everything from anime, manga, video games, TV shows, and a relevant topic we feel like talking about. Today's video is specifically reviewing Assassin's Creed Mirage. Now, this won't be an in-depth review like when I do like Infamous or like what was the other one I did? Infamous Festival of Blood. It won't be like an in-depth review of the game as I normally do. Like with Gotham Knights, it'll just be like a short review of what I thought about the game, pros, cons, how I felt about it. The in-depth reviews that I do are typical on games I love. I will do BioShock next, and then after that, probably going to be like a surprise for Christmas. The podcast will go on a break in November, possibly to February. Just life and things going on. I did plan to do more for Spooktober. I want to review like more scary movies and things like that. So instead, I'm just gonna do one for Halloween specifically. Hopefully, I have BioShock out by then as well because BioShock's not that long. But anyways, let's talk about Assassin's Creed Mirage. So one thing about it, like my experience with Assassin's Creed is like, so when it came out on, I think it was like 360, I didn't like Assassin's Creed. I kind of ignored it. Although, you know, I do like the aspect of like you can just walk up to like an enemy, like not like the final boss, but like, you know, like the mini bosses. Just walk up, stab them, walk away, and blend in with the crowd. I think that's like a really cool aspect. I don't know, people like they're like, oh, I don't like Assassin's Creed, it's too easy because you can just like kill a boss and walk away. Yes, because you are an assassin. It's like being a hitman and being like, oh, I don't want to. If I had to snipe every single boss and kill them easily, then I want to play. Like, why would you play a game specifically called an assassin and not want to like sneakily kill the boss without interfering? Like, I'm gonna play a clip of like just some like random chaos like doing. So it actually left out the part where I like hit like 3 guards with a berserk dart. It basically like turns like your targets like rage and they'll attack anybody they see, including their own friends. And so that explains the chaos that's happened. And like I just sit and watch until like 1 or 2 people are left because I'm like, I'm an assassin. I'll let you guys kill each other. So that's the context left out of that. So I love the berserk darts. I have killed bosses. Like, shooting the boss with the berserk dart and then, like, watching them fight the boss or the boss, it's always funny. And other times, you're going to use the sleep dart, just put them to sleep permanently, and then you go down and, like, you know, cleanse their neck with the feather to prove that you killed them. I like Assassin's Creed because of that. Like, it's a unique kind of game. And so, what got me into Assassin's Creed was, I think by the time Assassin's Creed 2 came out, it was, like, not really open world, but there was, like, more to do than in Assassin's Creed 1. But, so they made me want to go replay, or go start Assassin's Creed 1, because I watched my brother Nick play Assassin's Creed 1. That got me into that, and then I played Assassin's Creed 1, Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed Revelation. I skipped a few titles. I know I played 3, I did not like 4 at all. There was too much water, too much ship thing, but again, you can't complain when it's called Black Flag, you're a pirate, you know, you're on a ship, and then you have the battling of the ships. It was too much. And then I played Assassin's Creed Rogue. I did not play, what was that one? Assassin's Creed, the one that first was on PS4, you know what I mean? I had like a lot of glitches. I didn't play that one. But I did like Rogue, because Rogue, you've always been an assassin, but Rogue had you started with an assassin and slowly become a Templar. Which they got that twist from Assassin's Creed 4, when you started as a Templar, and then you become an assassin. And I had said, when we found out that Kenway wasn't a Templar at the same time that Desmond had said, what the fuck? I had said it ironically, so I thought that was funny. But yeah, and then my favorite one to this day still is Assassin's Creed Origins. Origins is the most beautiful game. I am going to do an in-depth review of Assassin's Creed Origins at some point. And then I played the one with the brother and sister in London. I played that one, whatever that was called. I played like 5 minutes of Odyssey, got bored of it, and then I did not play Valhalla, which, again, is why I'm bringing this up. Because apparently this ending, the reason why I did not like the ending, is because it ties into Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I just wasn't interested when Valhalla came out. But, like, at the end of the game, when I thought Bassam, spoiler warning for, like, the next 60 seconds. When I thought Bassam became a Templar at the end, because, you know, the reveal was kind of confusing. I understand, like, Mihal was, like, his fight club kind of thing, like, his imaginary friend were the same person. I understood that. What I didn't understand is, like, was he evil at the end? Like, was he going to kill all the assassins? Was he going to kill was he still killing the Order? Or is he just going to kill whoever he wants? And then, you know, I had to look up, when you have to look up a guide on the ending, that's bad. So, apparently he's a reincarnation of Loki from the first civilization, and his owl could sense that he was now evil and not the same person. So an owl scratched him. I thought because he became a Templar. Anyway, spoiler warning over. Anyways, so yeah, I like Assassin's Creed Mirage. Funny thing about it, though, when I went to pick it up at GameStop, they didn't have any PS5 copies up. They only had PS4 copies, and I was like, I'd rather have a PS5 copy. But I was like, how much is a PS4 copy? It was like $60. I was like, so the PS5 version $60, and the PS4 version $60. I was like, went to Best Buy. Always go to Best Buy. GameStop, always, when a major game like this, Spider-Man, anything comes out, always order more copies than you need. Always. Because it's going to sell out. Because apparently this game has sold out at GameStop. But, you know, Best Buy had it. I went and picked it up same day after work. They had this game, PS5 version. And then I picked up Spider-Man. The only reason I got Spider-Man was because I went to GameStop exactly at 10 a.m. GameStop knew at the time. They knew what time it was. They knew this game, the Spider-Man was going to sell out. But anyway, this isn't about Spider-Man. Yeah, so it's kind of back to the roots, they say, of the original Assassin's Creed, where, like I said, you could go up and stab, like, anybody, blend in with the crowd, use, like, various weapons, even on bosses. The final boss, or major bosses, you won't be able to use, like, the stealth stab, but you can still use, your tricks and, like, get quick hits in. There's a new thing where, like, you, like, focus and you can, like, target. As long as you're not seen, you can target multiple people at once and then go up and stab them, like, quickly. That was really cool. Story is shorter, which I don't mind. After, like, Assassin's Creed 4, I believe they started becoming open world. Like, Assassin's Creed lost its identity by 3 or 4. Like, they were trying to do, like, this open world thing where, like, yeah, because 3 you could, like, cut animal skin and, like, or kill animals and cut their skin and shit like that. And then 4 was, like, very open world because, like, all that whole ocean. But Assassin's Creed lost its, like, identity by 3 or 4 because it used to be, like, a concise story. Like I said, like, it was its own thing to, like, you know, the leap of faith. Like, it started that, like, where you climb to the top of the high building, observe, like, a certain area, get, like, a large circumference of the area, then you jump off and leap into a thing of hay, and you're safe, and also you can, like whistle, bring people in, pull them in, stab them, kill them. You could, like, bury 1 billion bodies in that haystack. That haystack is not even that big. But if there was enough guards, you could just keep stabbing them. And they don't even notice. I mean, at some point they notice.
But so am I.
No point getting all
Don't worry. I'm here if anything does come in. Wait.
Keep your blade.
We'll be ready if called upon.
What the? We've been breached.
Don't
Weapons
worry,
ready.
I'm here if anything does turn up.
Hold on.
Yes, you. Nothing.
The AI is intelligent. I will give it that. Like, if you whistle, some of them, more than one might notice, but usually it's just one. Briefly talk about the skill tree. Maxing out the skill tree is pretty easy. You can do it way before you finish the last mission of the game. As I said, I only got like one thing left to unlock in Phantom, and I just felt like, and the best part is you can reset this at any time. Like, it's not locked. You can, like, if you want to try different abilities, you can like reset the whole thing and then like choose whichever one you want. I recommend maxing out Trickster because it helps your toolkit, like all the weapons that you can unlock, as well as like, you know, becoming a loot master. That way you can like grab things from people pretty easily or even faster. The eagle thing helps out a lot too because it targets enemies, helps you get a wider range and things like that. And then there's also the chain unlocking ability, as well as like some just other deadly moves. I do wish Skill Tree had like more to it, but it still worked for this game. So the weapons of the game, I didn't really use the torch that much, as I like. You don't really go through caves like you do in like Origins, but I mean it was pretty. It helped a lot at the beginning as well as set fire some things. Now the blow dart is like my favorite because that's how you shoot your berserk darts and your sleep darts, and you like I said, the berserk darts, as I showed you, it enrages all your enemies and makes them fight each other. I love it. I don't use the sleep darts that much this time, but you know, you can upgrade it to use like more than one thing or like expand it, shoot further, things like that. Smoke bomb is cool. That's the new thing in the game where like you like explode the ground beneath you and like it makes like this puff of smoke and your enemies can't see you. You can like auto stab them and things like that. As well as like if they're near like a pillar of fire, it can like set off an explosion. I did not use, what was this one called? The trap. It like lures people in or it like sets off in like an explosion or something like that. You can like have it do different things, but I didn't really use that one at all. Noisemaker I used a few times, but again, not really. And then I upgraded the throwing knife to like poison people, especially if they're armored enemies, because like so many enemies are armored, so you can't like hit them with your sword casually. But it like, if you upgrade it to like poison them, it'll like shoot through their armor and like you'll watch them slowly die and pass away. Pretty funny. Pretty good way to take them out too. But also like the AI civilians will be like, hey, it's your wanted, like you're wanted level gets up to 3. It's like the first one is like they see you. Second one is like archers see you, and the third one like immediate combat if they see you. But I like that like people will point at you. They'll be like, hey, this is the guy you're looking for. And the guards might react, they might not. The other thing is you can pickpocket again. Although they made it like not complicated. I just like, I feel like at some level I should just be able to like walk past somebody and just pickpocket automatically. Unless it's like a major jewel. But if it's a random citizen, just let me pickpocket them. Because the first Assassin's Creed, like you could just hold down triangle, walk past everybody, and you just pickpocket automatically. It was really funny. I mean, yeah, it was basically cheesing the game, but like again, like it was its own unique mechanic for that game, so it worked. And they, like I said, they kept it like you can pickpocket. It's just like a little bit like it's like a closing triangle, hit the thing within the triangle. But then when it's like the major items at first, like it was like this really small bar. Like you had to like hit it like almost like the little crane games to get it exactly. But you can upgrade it to like make it a little bit easier. But I just like I wish at some level I could just automatically pickpocket. And some points you can with certain people, but not every single one. Let's see. Because this isn't like scripted and I didn't plan this out from like story to powers and like that. I'm just kind of talking about what I liked. I cared about the character. I'll give it that. I liked Bassam. I thought it was interesting. Although I felt like he was a hypocrite in the hall when he thought that because it was actually turned out, well, again, I already said the spoiler, but anyways, I felt like it was a hypocrite like whenever he thought Nihal killed the Khalifa, but he goes around like stabbing people, and she even calls him out about it. She's like, so I killed one person to save your life, and I'm a bad guy, but you go around just stabbing people randomly, and you're like, oh, I'm a hero, I'm doing it for justice and light. She's like, well, I mean, he was a bad guy, so, and I thought at the time, like, there should be an option like forgive Nihal. Like at some point, I was like, you're kind of a hypocrite, Bassam, when you were blaming her for killing the Khalifa to save your life, even though you randomly go around killing people. Like, yeah, kill the order, but I'm also killing every guard I see. Them guards got kids and families and shit like that. Oh, speaking about the guards. So there was a guy, there was this long video on Origins. I don't want to lie. I'll see if I can find that video. But he did a review on Origins.
Guy is very noticeable. Every NPC has a schedule, things that they need to do. They have a job, they have a home, they have a bed where they go to sleep, and they go on that cycle every single day. You can follow them, you can watch them. They actually live their own sort of mini life, and it's really cool to see. It's something that many games have preached and claimed to have, but have never implemented in an honest or really intriguing way. Now, I actually encountered this on multiple levels in multiple cases with multiple NPCs. My favorite interaction for this particular example was when I was going through a military encampment and I was killing a few people, and I went up to one of the guard towers, took out the guard, and refilled my arrows on one of the little refilling stations that they have up there. I then climbed away and was ready to go about my business. I pulled up Senu and started looking at the encampment as a whole, at which point I saw one of the guards walking towards the body, at which point he picked the body up after looking around for whoever might have performed this heinous act, and he carried the body down the stairs over to a large field where he laid the body down and left it to be. And when I ran over there, he had carried another body there, and as he walked away, he was saying how much this person would be missed and how much they loved working together, blah blah blah. He was basically giving them a mini obituary in this small interaction I didn't need to see, and that most people probably won't see. I happened to kill one of his buddies, and because one of his buddies died, he took him over to a field where he would presumably later bury him and lay him to rest. It was a very nice touch and something that I honestly did not expect to see.
So when the guards talk to each other, like say you killed a guard and you left them out in the open, there's this part in Origins where one guard will pick up every dead body he sees and he'll bring him outside of like the palace and he'll just place them down. And you would think it just ends there, like he's just like taking them out the bodies that you like killed. But he has this like monologue to himself where he's like, oh, this guy had a family, he had friends, he had people that cared about him, as he's like carrying the bodies and placing them outside. These guards, I don't know if they have that kind of monologue, because I didn't really stick around to see what they said about a person that died. I mean, I think they did say something. I didn't get any screen recording of it. But, like, I like, you'll hear, like, random conversations, like, there was, like, 1.2 guards were like, oh, this guy owes me money from way back, like, 2 weeks ago. And the other guy's like, oh, you should go get your money back. And, like, just, I mean, some of them repeat themselves. They can't make a million fucking phrases, but like it's just interesting. Like if you stop before you kill the guards and just listen to what they talk about, it's kind of funny. But I don't know what they did in the Origins, where like I said, that guy, he picks up the bodies and carries them, and I'm gonna try to clip that in if I can find it. But it was a video from a long time ago. If I can find that video of that guy and find what he did for that part, I'll definitely clip that in. Let's see, any more pros or any cons? I like some of the side missions. There's a lot of side missions. People said the game was short. I pulled about like maybe 30 hours in, which is kind of good for me because, like, you know, but I mean, I was doing every side quest and everything I could possibly do. So I don't know. Maybe if you're just doing the story strictly, the game is short. But, you know, for $60, I felt like it was worth it, especially because, like I said, I like this kind of game where it has its own unique mechanic, own way of, like, taking out the enemies and bad guys. Story overall is good. Like I said, I just don't like the ending, and I kind of went into why when I said the spoiler. But yeah, I'm not sure if I have much else to say. Oh, the city looks amazing. A lot of these games could just like put like, you know, copy and paste cities, but I like the way like everything looks and is designed. Although like, and I wanted to complain about like how some of the viewpoints were kind of low. Like I was like, that's kind of low for like a synchronization of seeing over the entire city. But when you think about like how the city's designed and the way the buildings are made, I kind of was like, okay, this makes kind of sense for like if that was gonna be a viewpoint. And even though I finished the game, I can tell there's still more to like explore. Like there are some unexplored places that I still haven't finished, and I probably will do that at some point. Like I'm not a completionist, but I probably will just because I kind of like this game and going back to the way it plays. Yeah, overall, I think that's pretty much it. I don't really have a long review for this game because I'm not doing a full in-depth review. I just want to talk about my thoughts. I definitely recommend it if you're a fan of Assassin's Creed. If you're new to Assassin's Creed, I still would recommend checking it out. The ending won't make sense to you because it didn't make sense to me either because apparently, like I said, you have to play Valhalla to understand the ending of this game, or just look it up like I did online. Because Assassin's Creed, like, they used to have a consecutive story up to like 4, and then after 4, like the story just kind of, they threw the story out the window. They're like, okay, this is getting convoluted as fuck. Because we'd wake up in an animatronic every other time. Originally it was Desmond, and then they switched it to like a female. I think in the latest games it was a female where like she's the one going back in the memories. Because like the whole thing about Assassin's Creed was like you were, in present day, you were like a human or whatever, like non-assassin, just a normal human, but you were going back and living the memories of your ancestors. And that's how you like went back into these ancient times. And I think this one takes place in the 9th century, so probably year 8. Because you know how like we're in the 21st century, but we're in the 2000s. So, you know, that's how you go back into the past. But in this one, you didn't go through an animatronic at all. So, I think this was called, not an animatronic. What was that thing called? The Omnis? Someone will correct me. I know somebody will. But yeah, we went back in this machine and it sent you to the past and stuff like that. And you would have like these little segments of like being in real time or present day of like the human walking around. And before you would randomly go back into the past, you would just learn something in present day. And it would kind of like link up at some point. But as far as I can tell, I mean, aside from this being connected to Valhalla, at least with the ending wise, I didn't really get much from present day. It was all taking place in the year 8 with no relation to like the present time. But yeah, overall good game. I don't really have much else to say. I'm going to try to find those clips, but if I can't, oh well. The next game review I probably will be BioShock. I want to have that out before Halloween. If not, then I'll just, like I said, at some point I'll be back in February, possibly December, with a secret video that I really want to talk about. And Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, I want to review that for Halloween. And yeah, we'll see what else I have in store. We'll move on to the sponsor and we'll end this video.
Hey guys, this video was sponsored by me, the author of the Shinry series, the Chronicles of Wayne, and Monsterverse. So I figured I'd do this outro a little bit different by showing you guys what you guys would be checking out. So, the Shinry series starts with Book 1, Shobu Samurai Project Aryoku. 10 years after the death of his parents, Shobu Samurai returns home seeking vengeance, but instead faces the choice to save his home from shadow creatures, blood beasts, and an organization once thought dead. Shinry's Shobu Samurai starts at $9.99. And if you love anime, manga, Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, Yu Yu Hakusho, Fairy Tail, Shaman King, Rave Master, Zatch Bell, anything like that, the Shinry series is definitely the series for you. You'll definitely want to check it out. The Sword of Light is probably the thickest one so far. And then these books are 2. This is Enter the Dread Zone Tournament. And the series original ending, Arado, the Legendary Conjuring Master. So, and I'll just show you guys some of the covers. Really proud of all of these. But I hope you guys check it out. If you don't like that, I also have the current published books for the Chronicles of Wayne: Love Be Damned, Cotton Candy, Full Moons, Fabled Lovers, A Cursed Virgin's Bite, If You Go Where Monsters Dance, Red Will Reign Over Your House, Love Be Damned. Now, the Chronicles of Wayne is about a geeky guy, or a nerdy guy in high school. His senior year, he has a crush on the hottest guy in school, because of course he does. He's only got one best friend, and her name is Barb. Well, the hottest guy in school turns out to be a werewolf. And to make the story more interesting, he bites Wayne and turns Wayne into the first ever wolfman in the last 10 years. And because of that, it was also a sacred law that wolfmen should never be created. I don't want to get into too much of the Chronicles of Wayne without spoiling it, but I can tell you it's very short. This one sells for $6.99, and Love Be Caged right after it. The ending of this trilogy, Love Be Liberated, comes out in October. So I'm going to definitely do a more full in-depth review of this one. But yeah, it's an LGBT fantasy fiction story about werewolves, vampires, white witches, a dark warlock, and, well, many, many more surprises to come. So if you guys like to read, I definitely recommend. These are all the books so far in the Shinry series, except for Shinry's Beginning. I do have that one, but it's just not here with me. But yeah, I appreciate a like, support, or just a review on Amazon. Either way, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.